Welcome to the ISD Reversal. We're your wrestling reporters, Ben Visser and Brian Mozey. And Iowa State just got done wrestling number 21, Central Michigan. They won 25-12, and a lot of that was due to Kyle Larson at 125. He won by forfeit. Central Michigan actually didn't send a guy out there. So Iowa State got up to an early 6-0 lead right there, and they needed that because it just, early in the match before intermission, it didn't go great for the Cyclones. They lost some matches, and Central Michigan had some top-ranked guys in the early weight classes. So Iowa State lost some matches. Blaine Bracino at 149 actually got pinned, and we're going to get into what's going on at 149 later. So things didn't get off to a great start for Iowa State. What did you see from Mozey?
I mean, yeah, Kyle Larson was, Iowa State was fortunate enough to get the 6-0 lead right away, and I think it kind of helped their confidence, especially when Earl comes in right afterwards and takes care of business, gets the decision, makes it 9-0,
Yep.
And then it was a little bit rough because you had 141 with the new wrestler of Nathan Boston there, and he's still kind of learning the ropes of 141 still.
Yeah, you could tell he's a little bit small for the weight class still.
Yeah.
He's not. He hasn't quite filled out to 141. He will get there. Just put some extra muscle on him, but he still has to fill out a little bit at 141.
Exactly, yeah. And, at 149, like we said, Blaine Bracino got pinned, and then at 157, Ronaldo it wasn't the fact that Ronaldo's a bad wrestler. It's just the fact that he was wrestling against a very good wrestler in Central Michigan. So going into intermission, it was 12-9 in Central Michigan's favor. And I mean, you could kind of tell that was a little bit nerve-wracking, especially losing 3 straight matches.
Yep.
But you also had Tanner Weatherman coming up. You had Leland Witherspoon, and you kind of had going into the second half of the intermission, it was kind of like you didn't know what to expect. I mean, you knew Tanner was going to probably take care of business. Leland was not favored in his match. He was competing against the number 9 guy, which he upset, which was a very big key aspect of the second half.
That was huge for Cyclone wrestling. That Leland Witherspoon, coach said that Leland wrestled a perfect match.
I was really happy with the way Leland Witherspoon performed. I think that was a match that we really were pointing to as a featured match. That kid is very, very tough, very skilled, and Lee wrestled a perfect match. So really happy for him. That's the best match that he's wrestled all year long.
Witherspoon, like you said, wrestled top 10 guy. He won 9-3 or 8-3. He won 8-3 with a point of riding time. So that was huge for Leland and for the Cyclones. That really shifted all the momentum into the Cyclones' favor. And the next 3 matches, 184, 197, and heavyweight, were pretty much all toss-ups. And Iowa State, they swept them all. Dane Pistano got a win. Marcus Harrington, it was a little bit closer than it maybe should have been, but he pulled it out 11-10. And then Keon Smith, he destroyed his guy. Oh my
six
goodness!
Pins, or six takedowns, and it was an amazing sight to see, especially with the whole Keon and Joe kind of competing for the spot. Keon definitely showed why he was supposed to be in that spot for that time.
Yeah, Keon, he's got all the talent for a heavyweight. He's super quick for a heavyweight. He just gets into bad positions sometimes, and he ends up pinning himself. So that's his big problem. But his aggressiveness worked in his favor today, and he took care of business. Gave Iowa State a major decision there. Iowa State won 25-12 overall. So it was
a very good match to see, especially coming out of 2 weekends where they lose to Arizona State and then they lose to Oklahoma and they got annihilated by Oklahoma State. I mean, it was nice to see the fact that, and even Tanner Weatherman said it in the press conference, that it was nice to see that they needed a win. They needed this win, and especially against the top-ranked team, because going into you got 3 more matches coming up here, and then after that it's Big 12 championship, and I mean it's getting to the point where you need these wins to get the confidence building for the Big 12 championships.
Yeah, Leland said we needed this win, quote, pretty freaking bad. So
yeah.
they were both in agreement there that this win was big for Iowa State.
Pretty freaking bad. Yeah, pretty bad. Coach said we were on a 3-match losing streak, and we got beat down pretty good in Oklahoma. So it's good to bounce back, and that they're no slouch. So it's good to have a good team win like that.
They're heading to UNI
The in-state rival.
Yep, in-state rival UNI, and they're going to be doing it without Gabe Moreno. We learned that today. Gabe Moreno's probably going to be out for the rest of the season with a shoulder. Mozey, what do you got there?
I mean, Coach won't explain it too much in detail because it has been happening. It happened just so frequently, or it happened just so soon that it wasn't. He doesn't really have much detail on how long the injury is going to last or whatever. So, but as of right now, Moreno will be out for the rest of the season, and they will be replacing him with what was today Blaine Bracino. But even Coach said that it might not even be Bracino because there is some rumors that Dante Rodriguez might be going into the 149 position just because he can't make weight at 141, and I think it would be a good idea for them to possibly try different people just to see who could possibly take charge because there is still a lot of season left, and they need a guy at 149 that they can depend on, especially with 157 being a little bit more lenient, and then with Nathan being in 141, which he's trying to get acclimated to. So I mean I think it's going to be a little bit of an interesting ride just to see who's going to be in what positions.
The guys obviously have the skill. Blaine has the skill. If Dante were to go up, I'm not sure who else would step in, but they have the skill. It's more of a mindset. It's hard to go from being a backup all year long, never wrestling, to now you're the guy. So somewhere along the line, one of those guys has to flip a switch and realize that they're going to be the guy for the rest of the year, and hopefully they can get themselves to the national tournament.
I'm Ben Visser.
I'm Brian Mozey.
This has been the ISD Reversal.